Good evening. Welcome to another episode of What's Happening, What's Up, the show that highlights and spotlights individuals in the community that's making a positive impact. Tonight I have the honor of having on my show Mr. Mike Williams. This man, me and him have a history. We go way, way back. This man is making an extreme impact in the community with one in a million, the Juneteenth, the back to school, the coat drive, Black history. And without further ado, I'd like to have Mr. Mike Williams expound on one in a million and what he's doing in the community here in Springfield.
Well, Frank, thanks for having me. And yeah, we've been talking about this for quite some time.
Yes, we have.
You know, and I would pick the hottest day of the year so far.
Man.
To come out. But yeah, one in a million, Frank, basically was established from the Million Man March. We had some African American males go out to D.C. and attend the march and come back with that promise and that hope of making change in the community. And our first president, Bill Bishop, and Al Woodson and my father, and a lot of big name, heavyweight name people actually established this organization in 1995, and we was chartered in 96. My dad come to me and said, Mike, man, this is positive. This is what you need in your life right now. You really need to be a part of this. You know, I know you're strong, and I know you can help carry this. So I joined and didn't have no idea that 2.5 years later I would be president. Been president since 1998.
Man, you've been doing some awesome things. I wanted to get you on my show prior to the 16-year event, which was I had the honor of being part of, which was.
You've been working on me on that too.
I've been working on you for a minute, man. It was an honor, man, to have to be a part of it for the simple fact, you know, we had a massive amount of vendors that came out to support. We also had Jagged Edge, which is a big name, and I mean from the time that I've been watching you guys from the time that you started, and from where you started to where it evolved now, I mean, it's
an awesome thing.
It is, man. And man, I mean, you all over.
God is great. God has blessed me. God has blessed me, Frank. And one of the things I intend to do is to spread that blessing to others. You know, so.
Well, you're doing a good job because I see that you not only pull in big name acts, you give local talent, local acts that come out. You know, some of the individual, the guy that John the Baptist, you know, that was on my show.
Unique, very unique, man, great young man.
I mean, and I like to snatch people like that and give them a spotlight here. I mean, the stuff that you're doing in the community, man, is awesome. The back to school thing, can you tell them a little bit about?
The Back to School and Health Fair was developed 8 years ago. And it's a partnership with a lot of other organizations. And basically what we do is we supply the kids with school supplies to start back to school, because we believe you can't go to school without your tools to learn. You know, they're going to need all the tools they need. And we did a study 8 years ago and found out there was an enormous amount of kids that were showing up the first day of school, not prepared. And it did two things. It hurt my heart, but then it drove me to make sure that I got to do whatever I need to do to make that happen. So we partner with the health department because they give the physical and immunizations that the 5th, the 9th, and 1st graders need, and we give them the school supplies all in one big day. Man. And it's a big fair. And then we get a lot of other vendors come out. We give them some really good items.
I was out there one year, and you guys, one day y'all give a car away. Was that the same function? Because you're involved in so many, but I know y'all was involved on some 13th Street block party.
I think that's probably was another function.
It was?
Because with that back to school, there are a large number of organizations and churches that are doing that now, and it's needed. Because what one in a million does at back to school don't near touch all the youth that are needed. There might be some that go to all of them, but you need as much as you can to get that project done.
Man, that is beautiful. I mean, man, you all over the place, man. The coat drive, you know, that's another thing that you're making a strong impact in. Can you give a little more?
Yeah, that's something that will be in our 4th year this year, and just happened to realize it was October and it was getting cold, and me and my wife Doris, and we kind of talked about it as we drove to work or back and from work. We seen a lot of kids standing on the corner waiting for the bus, man. No coat. I mean, they moving around, jumping around. I'm like, man, them kids ain't got no coats. And then, of course, when you go through downtown and other certain areas, you see the adults, and the homeless with no coats. Again, I was touched by that, and I said, I got to find something that I can do, to change that. So we partnered with School District 186. They pretty much gave us the list of schools that say these kids are coming without coats, Catholic Charities and Contact Ministries. We talked with them and asked them, what is the need there? And of course they say, oh, Mike, it's many. So we start, and we do it for about a month. We just collect them, churches, off the streets, from the schools, from the stores. And we have that one big day where we do a one-day event over at the center there, 1411 East Jefferson. And then that following Monday, we deliver all the coats to Catholic Charities, Contact Ministries, and the schools that are listed. And we're looking to expand our school list and our list for the homeless and shelters. We're looking to expand that because I think last year was 800 coats, and they're starting to get new coats. You can see them new coats. You go, can I fit that? But it's for people in need, and we are blessed. 1 in a million is blessed, and all my people that work with that, we're just blessed. We're just trying to give it back, Frank.
You guys are doing an awesome job, man, and I'm glad to be a part of it, to show support. And I can't stress no harder than what I am now that you guys in the community need to come out and support some of these functions that are happening, because that's what it's all about. And like you were saying, it's about giving back to the youth. That's our future right there, and we need to pour back into them, so that man, they our future. They're the ones that's going to be taking care of us when we can't take care of ourselves.
Okay, 1 in a million is actually looking for youth. We're looking for some young people to come and join the organization because, we ain't getting younger, Frank.
Right.
And I need to be teaching some youth now how to run this organization, how to organize these events, and how to, get them in comfortable with the contacts to get these events on. So we're looking for youth to join the organization and be a part of the organization now because they're going to take this over in the future.
Well, at the end or before I'm finished interviewing him, we will have, contact number for you to get in contact.
Be great.
Because we need you to come in. Also, I wanted to touch bases on the
another one.
Yeah,
huh?
the Black
we
history.
Got another one?
The Black history. I had the honor to be involved in the first annual.
Right, first
and
annual.
It was excellent. I mean, we had. I'm not going to even talk about it. I'm going to let you talk about it.
We had our first annual Black History Ball, and that came about because we was talking about what can we do? What could 1 in a million do for Black History Month? And so what we thought was, and our future plans are, we will make it the last day of February, and it will be a ball, and it's going to honor everything that has been done all month long. We're going to honor all the organizations, all the groups, all the people who have done anything to contribute towards Black history during Black History Month, and we're going to convert that all into a big ball. And this was our first annual. We had the professor from UIS as our speaker. We had Capitol Sound Band. I mean, the food you get with it, the skit, the historic skit we had, man. It was just, I was blown away, yeah. And of course you know, I had shoes on the ones and twos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it was a great time, and you wouldn't believe the response that we got for next year.
It was.
And we'll start planning next month. And it's going to grow just like the Juneteenth did. It's going to grow just like the Start Smart Back to School, and it's going to grow like the coat drive. But I think it's very valuable to us that last day that we can of that month to really just celebrate it in a ball fashion, to come out and say, hey, thank you to all those who participated that month for whatever you did, you know, from One in a Million Incorporated. We need to enjoy this.
Man, 1 in a Million is making a very strong impact in the community, as well as the East Side. I mean, Pride on the East Side. You
The
guys,
East Side Pride, yeah.
Yeah, you guys. I remember Frank McNeil,
Right.
one of my
Mentor to
mentors.
me, yeah.
You know, and I know he was he had you cuffed.
Right. Right.
When I did my first Black Expo,
Right.
me and him and Veronica, we were all on the Veronica, and it was oh man, he used to own Brick City Records.
Fresh?
No, not Fresh. He owned Brick City Records, the only record label here, Robert Adams.
Okay, Robert Adams. Okay.
Robert Adams. Frank was there, like, you know, he was our go-to man right there.
Frank is very positive, still to this day,
Yeah.
even though he ain't the alderman in this community. And he was a mentor to me. And a lot of the things that we done, there's another organization that we used to partner together with called Unity for Our Community. And we did a lot with the city. But the big question that's facing us now, Frank, is what are we going to do with Juneteenth? And I posed that question on the stage this year.
You did.
Do we move that downtown, or do we leave that at Coleman Cox Park? And the thinking for me is, it's like having that child, and it's time for that child to graduate from school and going off to college. The child has to go see this world and move on to another phase of its life. And that's what Juneteenth is. It's getting to the point where we're finna outgrow Coleman Cox Park to a certain extent. Not that we can't keep it there, but it's just gonna start to get more crowded and more crowded. And you have to look at areas and places where you can expand. And I think going downtown would do great. It would enhance that event. If you take it downtown, it would bring a lot more into it than what it is now. But a lot of people on that east side said, no, this is personally, Mike, this is ours.
Right, and
don't
a lot
you take
of
ours
I
nowhere.
understand.
They're
But
like, Mike, don't you take ours nowhere, you know. And
But I could see the not only the cultural diversity that it could bring,
right.
you know, which we can't do nothing but benefit from it. But I understand, you know,
Their
the sentiments, because
well, you know, kind of like I told the people that I talk to, this is just something that's just a talking point right now.
Right.
It's not nothing that's set in stone, as if in 2011 it's going there. There would be a lot of meetings that would have to happen between me and the city of Springfield, probably downtown incorporated, and a lot of other people to talk about this. But to have that around that presidential museum and library could only help that.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
You're
he is the emancipator. He is the great emancipator. And Juneteenth is from the Emancipation Proclamation when he freed slaves. And 3 years later, 2.5 years later, slavery was still going on until he sent the troops down there. And when they hit Galveston, Texas, it was June. That's all the slaves knew. It was June. And they celebrated. We free. They celebrated, thus the name Juneteenth. Right. So it's a lot with Juneteenth that we look to do to enhance and grow that, just like the Black History Ball, just like Start Smart Back to School, you know what I'm saying, and just like our coat drive. We're going to expand on these things, Frank, and as president of One in a Million, I'm going to remain vigorous and strong and working with other organizations. There's actually some small plans which I'll talk to you about doing a fall festival. You know, community fall festival. And it might start out a little small, but I tell you, the way we do things, it will grow immediately. And I spoke with the site about it today, and they was just ecstatic about it. Mike, bring it here, please, please. So I don't want to let it out now, but maybe I'll come back on your show later after we get it all set in stone.
You'll be back.
We'll talk about it some more.
Because, I mean, anything that you've been doing, everything that you've been doing, you know, I know God has got his hand on you and the things that you're doing, so it can't do nothing but flourish and grow. And, man, I was looking forward to having Mr. Billy Bishop on the show today. I don't know what happened to him, but anyway.
You will catch him. We'll bring him on another show.
I will. I will.
Me and him. We'll come back together.
I want to get both of y'all together because you guys pretty much spearheaded a lot of the.
Bill's doing some powerful things with our youth. He's got some AAU and some football things going on. He's got this nice plan for a big, gigantic sports complex. He's got a lot going on.
I really need to bring him to the.
That is my guy.
Yeah,
real good friend of mine.
Real good.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he got the honors at the Black History.
We gave him our first presidential award.
Right.
Went to Bill Bishop.
Yes,
it did.
Yes, indeed, man. I can't see nothing but good things, and I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of it.
Right.
Don't be trying to itch me out.
Well, Frank, it's so many things, that I'll be doing and working on. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of people that I have not got involved with, So I'm going to reach out to everybody who wants to be a part of what I'm doing, and hopefully they can understand that it might not be you doing the music or emceeing the coat drive or history ball or Juneteenth, but you can do some other things at Fall Festival. I just keep spreading it around to everybody. That's what I intend to do, because I had my Lock 2 go-in guy. It was like my man DJ Captain was my guy, It's like Montana the Rice, He's always gonna be my guy, when I drop back the pass.
Right.
That's who's gonna get that pass.
Right,
what I'm saying? But I got some other wide receivers. I got some other players in this game.
That's good.
That have always been there. You know what I'm saying? And they got some things they want to do. They want to be a part of this, these great things that I'm doing through the blessings of God. They want to say, Mike, come on, man, let us get something. Let us be a part of that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to open this up and get everybody and anybody involved, because the tasks are hard, They're big. It's a lot of work, And like I said, we looking to open up 1 in a million. We need more volunteers. We need more members. We need youth. So hopefully we're going to get that done.
Oh, we will. Many hands make the load, the task a little bit lighter.
It's much easier.
Also, we want to give a point of contact number. You got a number that
we
can reach you
at? I can be reached at 502-3701. That's my cell contact. If you want to write 1 in a million, you can write me at P.O. Box 20202, Springfield, Illinois, 62708. Or if you want to contact me via email, I can be reached at Mike1Prez@Yahoo. That's MikeOnePres@Yahoo.com. And you can contact me anyway, and I will surely contact you back. Whether you just want to talk to me about what I'm doing and what you're doing, or you want to be a part of something that I'm doing, we welcome you, and I welcome the call or the contact, and look forward to hearing from a lot of people.
And also remember the youth that's out there.
They are our future, like you said. We got to get our youth involved, by any means necessary. And like John the Baptist and a couple other people say, you have to do some things that's going to attract them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times you can be doing some positive things, but they just ignore that.
Right.
So you got to figure out what they want, but to still turn it into a positive thing.
Right.
You little trick them a little bit. Say, hey man, we got this going on, but then when you get them there, then you hit them with the message.
Right. Well, man, like I said, I don't see anything but good things happening for you guys. Y'all making a tremendous impact in the community.
We sure appreciate it, man. And
I had to have you on the show.
Right. Look forward to coming back.
All right. And on that note, I want to remind you, surround yourself by positive people. Positive things will happen for you. And that's what's happening. And that's what's up.